brand new money habits and me in 2023. Welcome to this edition of ATL Tax Queen and getting you prepared for tax season 2023. Tax season 2023. So, in order to be prepared, you need to have your 2022 income and expenses organized. So, here are the A, B, C, D, E topics that we're going to go over: accounting, business expenses versus personal expenses, categorizing, deadlines, and estimated tax payments. I wanted to make this episode simple for you so you don't get overwhelmed, because people typically get overwhelmed when it comes to tax season. And there's no reason to be overwhelmed this year, because we're going to have habits in place to get you prepared for 2023 tax season. In terms of your accounting, gather all of your documents, get them organized. All of your documents, that includes your income statements, your mortgage statements, rent statements, utilities, credit card statement, and all of your banking information, from your simple banking, your business banking, and even your retirement information. So that goes for accounting. And then if you have a side hustle, or you're an on-demand worker, or you have like a startup business that you started, you want to get your documents organized, the business expenses, and separate the business expenses from personal expenses. It is my advice, my best advice to give you is, if you have a side hustle or a side business, or if you're an entrepreneur, just wherever you stand in terms of having a business, you want to make sure you keep your personal bank account very separate from your business account. This just will help you in terms of, if you're ever audited, which can happen, you'll have your documents separate, and it's just easier to get through the audit with the IRS. And then once you've separated your expenses and your bank accounts, and organize all of your documents, the next step is categorizing. You want to actually place them into specific categories. And for people that are have a side business, part-time job, a side hustle, you want to make sure you keep your business mileage separate from your personal and your commuting mileage, as well as you want to have your documents in terms of taking the home office deduction. You want to know like what square footage of your home you're using, or your apartment, whether it's a house or an apartment, condo, whatever, wherever your living space. And if you use a portion of it for your business, you want to have that square footage very, very separate from the actual square footage of the home, because you can enjoy a nice deduction for that. But you have to be careful when it comes to business mileage and home office deduction, and make sure that this information is exact and correct, because it could trigger an audit from the IRS. And in terms of deadlines, if you're a sole proprietor, your tax deadline, and your pass-through entity, a sole proprietor, or a single member LLC, and corporations, your tax filing deadline is April the 15th. If you're a sole proprietor, you're filing your business income and losses on the Schedule C. Single member LLCs also file their documents, their tax forms, is the Schedule C. And for corporations, if you're an LLC or an INC, LLC, and you've elected to be a C Corp, or an INC, or however your corporation is formed, your tax form is 1120, and that is also due on April the 15th. But in terms of partnerships and multi-member LLCs, your form is 1065 and the Schedule K1, and your tax deadline is a little bit earlier. It's March the 15th, 2023. So you're responsible for getting your taxes in and completed, your tax forms in and completed by March the 15th, 2023. And, for those of you, we're on from deadlines, we started with accounting, business versus personal expenses, categorizing, deadlines, and on to E, which is the estimated payments. If you haven't done a great job of actually separating your business and personal expenses, or you just, when it comes to filing your form 1040, and you're just quite not sure, you're not quite sure how much taxes you're going to be due, just set aside 30%. The highest tax rate falls somewhere a little bit higher than the 30%. But for the most part, if you're able to claim some deductions because you have a side hustle, you're a 1099 contractor, and no taxes were taken out, and you have to pay the self-employment tax, set aside 30%. That's a really, really safe number for you in terms of how much taxes you will have to pay come tax filing season 2023. I hope these habits were helpful. Brand new money habits and me in 2023. Thank you for joining. Calculator.